Good morning. We are live. Happy Friday, September 20th. Welcome to Ashmont Realty Live. I'm your host, Adam Ashba of Ashmont Realty. And we got an update, guys, on Intel. Intel just released a press statement after their meeting a couple days ago, and we got some changes to the Intel plant that's coming up in Central Ohio. Stay with us. We're going to talk about that and much, much more right after this countdown. All right, happy Friday, guys. It's the fall. Getting ready for the weekend, but I didn't want to wait for this one. I didn't want to wait till next week. But NBC4 did an updated story on the Intel plan. That's been a hot topic, and I've been talking to people about what they talked about a couple weeks ago about Intel struggling and the project Chip One in New Albany could be on hold. A lot of people didn't believe me, and they're like, "No, where do you hear that?" And I'm like, "It's on NBC4." NBC4 just came out with a new press release because if you remember from the first podcast that we talked about, Intel's been struggling, guys, and they've been delaying this project for years. Because you remember they were going to have about 3,000 jobs set up and ready by spring of 2025. Now it went to 2026 because they were waiting for some money from Biden called the Chip One deal, and then it went to 2027. And then what we heard 2 or 3 weeks ago from the CEO of Pat Genslinger of Intel, then it was 2028. And then we got an update. So let's go right into it. Here's the new update. This is from the words of Pat Genslinger, the CEO of Intel. Of course, he knows best. So let's go ahead and see what he has to say. So the $20 billion chip manufacturing plant. Now this is from NBC4. Brian Hoffman just came out yesterday. The $20 billion chip manufacturing plant has decided to reconstruct itself, restructuring. I can't talk. It's Friday morning. Restructuring itself, and the reason why they're doing this, guys, and this is pretty common. Um, they cut a deal with Amazon to make some chips for their AI deal. I mean, that's great news, whatever. But to spin the foundry part off of Intel, to me, is a couple things. Now, the the CEO says, well, it's that way there's more transparency. That way it's kind of holding its own weight because a lot of the other parts of Intel was bringing that part of the foundry division down. But if you remember from the last uh, podcast that we did, that they were thinking about breaking it off and then selling it. That's what I think might happen. I don't know. It's 50-50, but Intel's a huge company. It's a huge company, but if you break off the foundry division, that way they can put an evaluation on it for maybe someone to purchase it, because it's going to be pretty tough for a company to purchase Intel, but maybe not just the foundry division. That's kind of my gut feeling with it as well. One of the analysts from we'll show this here. An analyst from J.P. Morgan's Harlan Sur said, that was it's kind of a common move, which I get it. I get it. It's just trying to separate that portion of the business. But I think the thing that I didn't like in Genslinger's comments was he said that the first fabrications in New Albany will be operational before the end of the decade. They're kind of backtracking it because it was 2025, then six, then it was like seven, then 2028. And now they're like, well, it'll be done by the end of 2030. I don't know. It just doesn't smell right to me. I'm not saying it won't happen, but they keep pushing it back. So, I got a lot of clients that are banking on Intel coming in, changing the entire landscape. But I don't know. I mean, spinning it off independently, you could put a better valuation on it. Chip of Taiwan could be interested in purchasing it. But again, they're on the hook for over 6-7 billion dollars for this plan. If the Intel does not buy that, they're on the hook for it. Now, that's probably going to be on their balance sheet as a debit, or something that they're going to need to pay back. But I don't know. I don't know if they do get purchased, they're going to pull out. I don't know. So that's the new update. Uh, Good or bad? I want to hear throw it and throw it below. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing that they're maybe wanting to spin this off. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. I love this topic, Intel. Everyone loves talking about Intel. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you all very soon. And if you want to be a real estate agent like me and all my friends, Ashmont Realty agents get 30% off their Hondros College tuition. So you can take your Hondros College and have it done by Christmas, guys. Check out the link below, 30% off, and I'll see you guys all very soon. Have a great weekend, everybody.